Viking Hardships, Frozen Sea Mysteries. Hello and welcome to Boring History for Sleep. Find a comfortable corner, relax your shoulders, ease your neck, and let your mind drift with each slow breath. Tonight, we'll set sail across the icy waters where Viking warriors risked everything through raging storms, gnawing hunger, and the echoes of fallen comrades. Together, you'll hear a gentle yet truthful narrative guiding you into peaceful dreams. We'll divide our journey into 4 parts. 1. Immersed in daily life. Why was life so harsh for you, a warrior on a longship? 2. Biography per Event, the story of Erik the Red and his expedition to settle Greenland. 3. Mysteries, archaeology, culture, discovering Scarab Bray, a glimpse of pre-Viking life beneath frozen earth. 4. Contrasting lifestyles, exploring dragon ship festivals, the Ulfbert sword tradition, and the muted beauty of silver under campfire glow. Now, loosen your thoughts, let your eyes half close, and join me as we embark on part 1. Imagine yourself enveloped by the North Sea night. You stand on a wet wooden deck, the longship creaking beneath you as towering waves and howling winds batter its hull. Sea breezes slip through your cloak, carrying the sharp, briny scent of salt, the damp smell of aged timber, and the biting chill of ocean spray. With each roll of the ship, your heartbeat thunders like a distant drum, reminding you there is no stopping even as your weary legs yearn for solid ground. You awaken to the pale light of dawn-o warming heart, only your breath rising in the cold air. Your hand trembles as you lift a bowl of barley, grew bland but sustaining. At its bottom, the porridge cools into a heavy mass, mirroring the hunger pressing on your stomach. Each spoonful counts down, live to row again. Feel the damp seeping through each layer of your wool cloacon's knee length, now sodden and clinging to your skin. A crashing wave slams the ship's side, sending a spray of seawater across your face, leaving a crust of salt that stings your lips. That sting follows every breath, drilling into your chest, a reminder that on this boundless sea, life is fragile. As you grip the oar, your palms bleed from endless friction callous badges of your daily struggle. Those hands hold fast to the oar, pushing through each furious wave despite fatigue and numbness. You have no choice but to continue. To stop would mean drifting into the void. The only sounds are the wind howling past the mast and the waves whispering of ghost-felled comrades who once sat beside you, shared thin blankets, and spoke of peaceful harbors. Now there is only their distant echo, reminding you that every voyage treads the line between life and death. In that moment, let those sounds merge with your breathing. Let your mind drift toward distant harbors, where sunrise might bring warmth. Though Viking life was harsh, it was precisely through such trials that they found the will and strength to endure. And now, with the salty breeze still lingering in your hair, immerse yourself in the story of a man who dared challenge ocean and ice, Erik the Red. Imagine you are his companion, listening to each whisper of adventure among drifting ice floes. You are seated in a small boat beside Erik, a tall man whose hair whips wildly in the sea wind. His eyes are hard as steel, yet burn with fierce determination. Beneath your feet, the wooden planks creak rhythmically, echoing the pounding of your own heart. Erik had been exiled from Iceland after clan conflicts, but instead of yielding, he resolved to continue westward, to a distant realm where sea and ice entwine. The night sky is a dim canvas, pierced only by the flicker of the North Star, your natural compass. Waves rise like mountains, swallowing the horizon. Picture yourself on your knees, gripping the gunwale as your heart races every time the sail snaps taut to catch the wind. The fermented fish oil scent and the briny taste of sea salt cling to your lips together. They compose a symphony of storm and hope. In the hush of the dark, Erik speaks quietly. Greenland, Greenland, where we will set foot. Though it lies today under ice, its name will deceive and lure settlers to build new lives. You feel the intensity in his voice like a flicker of warmth against the frozen expanse. As the pale winter sun edges above the horizon, you awaken at the crack of massive ice sheets. Faint light dances across the thick ice, scattering 1,000 crystal-like reflections. Your foot meets the ground for the first time, a soft layer of snow underfoot, a bite of cold steel through your boots, reminding you that this chill surpasses anything you've known. Erik steps down first, tapping the ice gently. Listen, friend, this is the whisper of new land, calling us to begin. The fresh scent of pine and the warm smoke of a small fire chase away the initial sting. You and Erik's followers pitch heavy canvas tents and establish camp a scene unfamiliar yet full of promise. In the days that follow, life settles into a rhythm of daily chores, erecting simple wooden dwellings, stoking charcoal fires for warmth, harvesting chaga mushrooms to stave off the cold. You hear the steady hammers ring as Erik and his craftsmen shape support posts. The saw's echo reverberates through the icy valley. Each board they fit in place becomes a fragment of hope, sketching a vision of survival on this frozen landmass. At dawn, when the sky turns a pale slate, you and Erik name a large stone landmark Brae, steep slope. That name will mark the Vikings' first footprints in Greenland. Beneath a purple-hued sunset, the settlement glows like an oasis amid endless ice. Happiness is not guaranteed. Winter comes with daylight lasting only a few fleeting hours. You withdraw into the warmth of your tent, listening to snow pitter-patter on the canvas roof. The winds howl through the seams, awakens homesickness and memories of a heart's embrace back in Iceland. Yet beside Erik, you hear his encouragement. We choose to stay, for only by facing this ruthless frost do we learn the value of warmth and human kinship. Though later generations abandoned Greenland as the ice reclaimed the coast, Erik's journey left an indelible mark. Chronicler Bianco Dorlam Unde wrote, "It was not the Greenland that shaped the people, but their faith and perseverance that painted the Greenland upon their hearts. As you, a midnight traveler, hear those words echo like a lullaby, you feel restored faith in ventures once thought impossible. And now, as you still feel the warmth from that distant campfire, turn your gaze northward to the mist-drenched shores of Orkney, where a hidden pre-Viking village awaits, Scarab Bray. Relax your mind, let the sea breeze blend with your breathing, and join me in exploring these underground stone wall shomes where people once lived for countless generations. Imagine bending low to slip through a narrow entrance, the parched earth beneath you blanketed in soft emerald moss like a silk carpet. Inside this ancient village, pale light filters through the low stone roof's gaps, twinkling in the gentle gloom. Water droplets patter from the ceiling in a steady lullaby, mirroring the rhythm of your heart. Underfoot, the smooth stone floor worn by time feels cool and solid. Square blocks of dressed stone fit together without mortar, enduring for millennia. A faint scent of damp earth and wildflowers drifts through the air, as if ancestors whisper their stories to you. Step into the first chamber and behold a stone-bedecked slab expertly carved, its edges fashioned into gentle curves evoking a small boat. Run your fingers across its cool surface and feel the grooves left by countless sleepers before you. Faded remnants of dried seaweed on the bed's edge remind you that you are not the first to rest here. Beside the bed stands a sturdy hearth of fitted stone, still bearing ashen traces of a silent meal. Picture thin tendrils of smoke curling toward the low ceiling, mingling with the aroma of salted fish and sweet hunya, simple feast that once warmed prehistoric souls. We move on to a corner lined with rough clay vessels, their simple painted motifs held to the light in perfect order. Each design hints at daily rituals, storing grain, fermenting drinks, and collecting fresh water. Imagine the busy hands that shaped this clay, painted its patterns, and fired it in flickering flames. Nearby lie handcrafted toolstone blades and intricately carved bone implements, evidence of a people deeply attuned to their environment. Notice the wear marks on each blade. They tell of mornings spent sharpening tools to cut seafood, spark fires, and prepare meals for the entire settlement. Scarab Bray was more than a home. It was a portal to ritual and belief. At the settlement's heart, stones stand arranged in a circle perhaps for moon-watching ceremonies, sun-honoring rites, or ancestral commemorations. Let your imagination paint a scene of gathered villagers, hands clasped, eyes lifted to the distant stars guiding their way. Occasionally, archaeologists unearth stones etched with spiral or circular carving symbols yet to be deciphered. Could they map lunar cycles, record sacred lore, or simply express love for departed kin? Though their meanings remain elusive, you sense a powerful bond between these people and the natural world. As you step back from the stone village, peer into its soft shadows where meals, slumber, and rituals once unfolded. Feel the lingering warmth of canvas tents, the glow of campfire embers, the murmur of laughter echoes that resonate still. Each stone at Scarab Bray is a page of history carved in rock, chronicling a life both serene and bold. Let the drip of water, the echo of your footsteps, and the scent of moss guide you into a state of calm. Amid harsh surroundings, these people built a homeland today. The village stands to remind us of human resilience that defies time. Now that you've endured harsh trials and heard the whispers of Scarab Bray's stones, allow yourself to glide onto the deck of a high-status Viking longship. Here, you will witness a life of luxury, tinged with mysteria world starkly at odds with a warrior's hardships. Imagine stepping aboard a grand longship crowned with a carved dragon's prow, its woodwork exquisitely detailed and painted a blazing red in the dawn light. The scent of pine resin and walnut oil mingles in the crisp air, punctuated by multicolored smoke from a sacred fire. Rhythmic drum beats and ordinary gathering of Viking lords awaken a sense of ceremony and grandeur across the open sea. You settle onto a cushioned bench, gazing toward the shoreline festooned with banners fluttering in the breeze. Silver shields engraved with sea serpent motifs catch the new sun's rays. Laughter drifts through the air like a gentle chorus as rugged warriors draped in fur-trimmed garments embroidered with silver display their power and wealth. Leaving the ship for shore, you enter the village square where the air carries the warm tang of smelted metal and the sweet smoke of burning wood. Before you stand hundreds of Ulfbert swords, each glinting under oil lamps. These blades are more than instruments of war. They are symbols of honor, status, and family lineage. Let your eyes linger on the fine detail. Each sword bears the inscription, plus VLF Bert plus, its letters precise yet artful. A blacksmith in a leather cloak hammers rhythmically on an anvil, his steady beat echoing like the festival's heart. The clink of steel on steel resonates softly, an almost musical sound that lifts your spirit. Next, you step into a tent displaying silver jewelry. All pieces rest upon cloth woven with spiral patterns, the metal reflecting the sea's blue hues. Imagine lifting a pair of silver arm rings, delicate engravings curve like silver waves. A cool metallic scent blends with the faint aroma of dried herbs. When you press the bracelet to your skin, its chill awakens your senses. On a nearby shelf lies a dragon wing hairpin, the metal shimmering faintly, inlaid with tiny lapis-colored glass beads, an emblem of wealth and cultural lore. Viking noblewomen wore such pins when welcoming guests, showcasing both power and a lineage steeped in legend. Finally, take your seat at a grand banquet table, thick wooden plank set on stone supports, draped with a hand-embroidered cloth bearing a small longship motif. Before you sits a Celtic engraved silver goblet filled with rich mead, its aroma a soft blend of honey and wild herbs. The soothing notes of a wooden flute drift from a corner, weaving a warm pastoral melody. You are invited to sip slowly, letting the sweet warmth linger on your tongue, the gentle spice soothing you from within. Whispers of tomorrow, we continue our settlement float in your ear, a reminder that even the elite never abandon their spirit of exploration. But for now, let the mead's warmth spread through you, and let the lullaby of the flute carry you toward slumber. And now, as our journey through 4 perspectives from hardship to glory comes to an end, let your mind drift like a longship on a calm sea. You have felt the weight of every oar stroke alongside Viking warriors, then followed Erik the Red as he set foot on frozen shores. You have traveled back in time to Scarab Bray, hearing echoes of pre-Viking life hidden beneath the earth. Finally, you visited the resplendent dragonship festival, admired the gleaming Ulfbert swords and the silver adornments of the elite. Each segment has been a soft melody, a gentle chapter weaving reality and legend. Now, as you fully relax, sense the vast contrast between a harsh past and the peaceful present. It is only because of storms, ice, stone chambers, and lavish celebrations that we can truly appreciate the warmth, comfort, and tranquility of our soft beds. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and exhale slowly. Let the sounds of the sea, the village market's distant calls, the soft flute, and the rhythmic splash of oars carry you into a dreamlike world. Sleep awaits, along with boundless dreams of exploration on the horizon. Wishing you a peaceful night, filled with dreams of serene voyages where only the lullaby of waves and the glow of a distant campfire remain.